So the episode opens with Coach Shah shoveling. I guess the government froze their assets and they can't afford their snowplow people anymore. But now with Lisa and her ugly husband, she's saying she feels blindsided because they caught you in a lie and they held your feet to the fire. You tried to ruin that heifer's event because she's friends with her cousin. The husband gonna say her and Whitney need to work it out. They ain't gonna work it out. And Lisa said, well, if Whitney would stop having a problem with me. Girl, you iced Whitney so hard at that party last night. Then you tried to ruin the other girl's party because she was friends with Whitney. You can't stand her and she brings the worst out in you. Mary dropped by with some homemade cookies. I wouldn't eat them, Whitney. I wouldn't eat them. Lord, what is it with housewives and fantastic lies? Now Mary talk about some girl in her church got thrown out of her sunroof down into a neighborhood. I ain't buying it. Mary, you are 56 and you still can't walk in heels. You just struggling to try to sit on this couch, then don't know how to sit within boots because that boot up underneath your butt is not comfortable. That heel digging into your ass cheek. You look a fool. Whitney, I'm glad you're talking about this out loud because you're going to say I don't like Lisa, but I need some acceptance or respect from her. If I don't like you, I don't need shit from you. I'd prefer you didn't like me so that way we could just stay away. I can't believe it, but I agree with the grandpa fucker. You want Lisa in your life, but Lisa don't want you in her life. Lisa genuinely don't like you. You half but don't like Lisa. So we got Jen sitting down with Twink Marks so she can give him a heartfelt apology for liking those tweets calling him a sissy and saying he should be slapped. Should Brooks be slapped? I'm sure he should, but he hasn't done anything on camera. However, girl, them little tracksuits, you might need to be slapped for calling yourself a designer, although you did do more than shit by Sheree. Oh, Brooks is trying to twist the knife. I don't know how to articulate the pain that I went through seeing those messages on social media. It ain't nothing you ain't heard before, sissy. What you said about me, everyone would believe it before I had a voice to talk about myself. Girl, we was calling you Twink Marks the second you came on screen. Before you and Jen had an interaction, we knew you were gay. There ain't nothing wrong with it. I felt like I didn't have a voice anymore and that it was being taken away from me. Child, you on Bravo. You had all the voice. You could have gotten on all the Instagram. If you straight, where's your girlfriend? Bring her on. Talk about how you love the puss instead of, ooh, a vagina. I mean, also your reaction to seeing a vagina was very sissy. A gentleman, gay or straight, I'm sorry, if I saw a woman, I wouldn't say nothing. I might whisper to her, girl, I can see your lady bitch, you might want to cover up. But that's something a gentleman does discreetly. You don't try to embarrass a woman like that, but you were, oh, vagina, I feel so uncomfortable, ooh. It's a puss. It was like, did you think it was going to jump out and grab you? Did it make you think you were going to fall in like a Venus flytrap? Child, you're scared of the pussy. You're scared of the pussy. He looked down and said, oh no, I can't, I'm shivering. He's scared of the pussy. He's scared of the pussy. If you had been a gentleman and not tried to embarrass her, because she was already acting a fool, you did not have to embarrass her like that. You could have left it alone and been a gentleman, but oh no, not you. You wanted to have a sissy moment. And now you did. Jen said, I don't want you to feel like I somehow outed you. Now, Jen, you did not do that. He did that all on his own. He did that all by himself. Did it so good, he don't need nobody help. Hands for who was questioning Brooke's sexuality. Hands? I don't even see any in the back. So she gave an old apology and they hug it out. So now Jen is at peace with Meredith and Twink Marks. But now we're having a guys' night. These husbands ain't interesting enough. Now I want to hear Jen's husband talk about his financial woes because there's restitution on the table. But other than that, I don't want to see these boring honkies. So Whitney's coot said they haven't been copulating as much as usual, but they had a conversation about it to get it back on course. Coach Shaw gonna say, I wish our wives could get along better together because then we'd be happier because they'd be happier. And everybody thinks about their wives cussing out everybody else when they at home and they like, maybe we should stay out of it. However, now Whitney's going to have a dinner with the new girl, Jeannie. And Whitney talking about how busy she is with her business. And Jenny said, well, I used to be busy with mine, but I can't buy my time with my children. So I only got one medical practice now rather than 5. Then they get to talking about children. Whitney wouldn't mind another one. And Jenny's like, I'm done. I have 3. That's enough. She in her 40s and he in his 50s and he want a from scratch baby. Is he gonna take off time to raise it? Who's paying for all these kids to go to college? See, y'all need a badass kid. You get one badass kid, that'll nip that crap right in the bud. Jenny, I'll tell you what you do. Just tell one of them to start acting out. Your kid's too well behaved, that's the problem. He think it's easy. Oh my God, this heifer did not just say, good Lisa is like Bigfoot. There's been sightings, you've heard about it, but you've never seen it for yourself. So Meredith and Heather go skiing, but why they got that Fifth Element opera music in the back? So now Meredith and Heather talking about how they talk to their kids about sex, and Heather's too nervous to do it, and Meredith is like, oh no, me and my kids sat down. Twink Marks told me about how he got his pussy blown out. But now Whitney and Lisa are gonna have a sit down. So Lisa's husband came home from boys' night and was like, why can't you be friends with Whitney? And she said, I thought we were friends. Whitney said, girl, we ain't friends. We ain't never been friends. But Lisa doesn't know what a friend is. She only knows how to use people, which is why her and Meredith are on the outs. Now, Whitney, you may be a bottle blonde, but heifer, you keep it real. So Whitney go on and say, look, is there something about me that you don't like? Is there something about me that bothers you? No, of course not. I think it's that she's married, richer than you, she's prettier than you, and she's an actual Mormon, descendant, and you are just that girl from Jersey trying to fit in. And if you didn't have that little film festival, nobody in town would mess with you. And Whitney says, so everything up until this point has just been a misunderstanding. Well, what about the other night when you said, what is this doing here? Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I meant this one. I just didn't want anyone interrupting. You just can't say, you know what, I didn't like you, but I'm willing to give you another chance. You just can't be honest. Oh, Whitney is sharp as a tack. Well, when you tell that heifer not to claim me as her cousin, how can you say that you're being misinterpreted? Or this is a misunderstanding? Hold them feet to the fire. I think we have just a bunch of miscommunications. I have no anger towards you, no ill will. You got ill will. Whitney kept it even realer. She said, well, you know what? I keep being bothered by you and irritated by you, so maybe it does mean I want to be your friend. Maybe this is some playground BS. And maybe you need to hear I want to be your friend so that you can calm down and try to be mine. So they gonna try to get it on the good foot because they husbands get along. Whitney, I don't trust her, but I feel like you've set her up to now prove who she is. Because now the slate is clean, but get your pen and pencil out and keep your good eye on that heifer. I'ma see you soon for the next episode. So we open the episode with Whitney and Lisa trying to start their friendship off on the good foot by doing that scarf yoga and hanging upside down for a minute. Whitney want to see if she can, shake her up and get her loose. Meanwhile, across town, we have Mary and the grandfather she fucks. Mary is married to a crotchety old coot. You really are fucking your grandfather. You can't wait for that man to fall out. Meredith, Jenny, and Lisa are going to get them fish pedicures. I kind of want to try it, but it also seems a little unsanitary. You don't know whose nasty athlete's foot been up in there? So Lisa said she had a good time with Whitney, but then goes into how she ain't been working out and she has mom guilt. Mom guilt, you don't even cook for them kids. They living off Taco Bell and Popeyes. Guilt. However, we gotta do a double episode just to get some meat on the bones of a video. I'm gonna need Salt Lake City to start bringing it with the drama between the girls rather than these family asides. And if you notice, we ain't seen Jen's family that much this season. We ain't seen them kids. We barely done seen that husband. Oh, but speak of the fraud, we've got Jen Shaw and her sissy Stewart picking out jewelry with stolen funds. Jen gonna say, I like to buy people things. It's how I show love. I like to buy people things too, except I don't do it with stolen funds. So funny coinky dink, we've got Lisa and her husband and Whitney and her coot all go out to dinner together because, we trying to restart the friendship. However, the restaurant Lisa has chosen is owned by the caterers that she called to sabotage Angie's event. And Whitney ain't slow on the uptake. She's like, oh, okay, heifer. We trying to get back on the good foot, but you want to pull a flex. So then the restaurant owner says, I cannot believe what Angie is doing to you right now. I mean, we couldn't do that event because we couldn't leave on a Friday. Whitney's like, wait, what? Whitney is getting buck with it. She said, there's some hoes in this house. I'ma see 'em, point 'em out. There's some liars in this house. I'ma see 'em, point 'em out. Oh my God. She said, this is so staged. Why would you bring Angie up in front of me? This was the long con to get me here to prove your innocence. Whitney sees right through it, honey. She don't need no glasses, got 20/20 vision, and called it out. Didn't keep it cute in the confessional, called it out in the moment. I'm impressed. Oh my God, she's like, here I am thinking you want to be a friend and I've walked into a trap tonight. Shame on me for buying your bull. I told you it wouldn't take her nothing but 10 minutes. Her husband just like, oh my God. And he low-key pissed too. The men should have stayed out of it. So confused, she's so confused. Girl, we all see through the bull. Of all the restaurants you could have gone to, you gonna go to this one and then have her bring up Angie's event. No, this is staged because they had these people sign releases before they got on camera. And these are Lisa's cronies. Ooh, I'd be pissed too. Whitney said you brought me here to cover your tracks. And she did. So Lisa's like, look, I'm not going to apologize because I didn't do anything wrong. And Whitney's like, okay. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to get upset. There's no reason to get upset. I didn't do anything wrong. Let's just figure out how we move on. So they take their little shots and move on because Whitney's like, I'm not about to embarrass myself in front of my coop. Child, now we got Jen Shaw and her children, and she gonna say, honey, I want you to tell me you want me at the school. He said, that's not me telling the truth. I have seen you in action and you will embarrass me, and I don't need the feds down at the schoolhouse. Now, Coach Shaw gonna say, oh, it's because of your work schedule and sometimes you can't make it. That ain't the truth. He don't want you embarrassing him because you are an embarrassment. And now she wants to be all, oh, mommy's here. You want to spend some time with these kids before you end up in the who scowl. We got another scene with Mary and Meredith playing tennis, and Mary just don't fit into the show. She doesn't have a connection with the other ladies. Like, I need her to go. I need her and her Casper the Friendly Ghost to get on. However, now Mary is complaining about her coot and she's jealous of Meredith because Meredith's husband is, off somewhere half the year and she just wants Robert Sr. to die. Mary said, I want him to be passionate. I want him to be alive. But, I got Robert Sr. and he got 2 feet in the grave. Well, that's what happens when you fuck your grandpapa for your grandma's fortune. Her fleeced fortune at that. So Jenny going skiing with her man and cross-country skiing, that is a work out. And she gonna let him know I ain't having no more babies. This fool said, I think we should have more kids to replenish the earth. We got enough people. Ooh, if he knew how stupid he sounded. He gonna say, what about a surrogate? What part about she don't want another baby don't you understand? Oh my God. You need to go volunteer somewhere. I'm sick of you. What if we get a sister wife? So all of this was to just get some extra puss? I see your game, mister. He's dead serious. Girl, he don't give a shit about you. After all you've been through, I figured y'all would be, it's us against the world, because the world's been against us. But you like, let's get a sister. You 50. And you gonna say, let's get, ooh, you ain't shit, you ain't shit, you ain't shit. Baby, you ain't shit. Yeah. With this ugly ass tie that she probably bought you. Girl, they came on here with this bullshit. For him to bring that up on camera, oh, y'all ain't shit. They said, oh no, we gonna be the stars of this show. I'll see you one grandfather fucker and raise you a sister wife. Well, that was the shit.